Morning, morning. This is today's show. Credit card attack live in the disabled sub D channel. This is a channel used for visual impaired people for hearing. My neighbors have hacked into the one that's in me. When I use my credit card numbers or call someone, they copy them and they use them. Now, these are the Bowles, the Perkins, the Smith, the Ordway, the Adams, the Barnes, the Ruth, the Prime. Okay? These are people within a small radius. There's a security group that works for them. Okay? It's 12:08 p.m., 1/22/2018. Why? I hear them. Listen. So, what did you do with the credit card number you stole? Okay, there you go. That's what they say. But I'm going to find out because it's a credit card, Visa, right? I'll find out when I get my statement next month, right? And there'll be an extra charge on this date, right? And I'll say, well, I didn't spend $10.13, right? That's what these idiots do around here. Now, officer, if you're listening, I told you they've been doing this to me now for 20 years. For some reason, you people have allowed them. They continue to do it. They do it to a large area of the community here. They do it over and over. They have the homes bugged on the power grid. They do this over and over and over. They sit and they laugh their ass off like it's a fucking game. Okay? The nitwit next door, his buddies, his pals. I have been paying for them to live while they harass me. Okay? This goes back a long time now with all these charges. I had no clue that they were using a medical implant chip that the doctors put in to monitor my health after surgery. These motherfuckers are linked to the medical community and social services and to the sheriff's department, I assume, which is social services, because they just steal your money and they walk into your home and take your stuff because they're the mental health doctors, as they say. They'll say, oh, you're crazy, Mr. Cullinan, except that it shows up on my bank statements and my card statements. You know, triple purchases on one day. I'm like, I went to the store, I bought gas and milk, I spent $20. Yet I look at my statement and it's got me spending $10.50 the same day. Okay? Now this is going on, it goes on, it goes on. I keep telling people, I keep saying, it's my neighborhood. They hacked my home. This is how they survive. They don't work. They don't have food. They drive stolen cars. They rip people off. They kill people. They murder. They molest. They rape. They pillage. This is what they do in Vershire. Okay? I advise you, do not come to Vermont. This is rampant up here. If you show up to go on vacation up here, they will steal you blind. They will go as far as assume your identity and go back to your home and clean you out. You'll be up at Killington or Stowe skiing, get in your car, and there they'll be. Hey, so I guess we got a new home to go to, huh, kids? Now I'm telling you, this is what the scum are doing. They've been doing it for so long. They are so comfortable at it. Oh, geez, these guys are so comfortable at this because they're like, gee, the cops will never do anything because they'll never figure it out. Right? No, it goes on and on and on. So what do you guys say? Did you put the credit card number in yet? Right. How did I make 2 purchases from the phone? Right. When I never left the house. Yet you have me purchasing something where? Down in Mississippi, right? At a corner store. And I live up here. No wonder it won't go in. I'm not down in Mississippi. I'm not in Tennessee. I live up in the middle of the boonies. So your network, you have a network tied into a power grid, into a bugging network, you call it. where you monitor all these homes in a network kind of surveillance system. And as people come home, you'll jump on, jump off, and just kind of get this credit card data. And then wherever you are in the country, you try to use it. Sometimes you get money out, sometimes it's blocked, right? So you're live on the internet now. Do you have to make a statement about this? Okay, thank you. That's this show. Well, I just sit here in the freezing cold weather waiting for some wood, which I ordered, and they eavesdrop on me, and they do whatever they can. My tire went flat on my truck right there. Okay? No matter what I fucking do up here, there's some kind of weird... I have the worst luck in the world. Evil, wicked evil, just people that are evil, wicked, that just walk by me. Do you know how many murderers have walked by me in the past 15 years? These are all these... They have bodies in the mountains here. People and bury the body in the backyard and just go around about town. Now, I'm walking about my life as a human being. I'm a good person. I'm not a murderer. I'm not an assaulter. I'm not an evil person. I got a sick sense of humor. Okay? These guys, you see it in their eyes. They have this look, this shifty kind of look, you know, tension in their eyeballs. This is what they do up here. I'm telling you. I've told these people. No one wants to believe it because it's so far-fetched, right? If someone would go to the extents they've gone to get to me, who's an electronic tech, a thinker guy, a guy that would take apart a VCR, right? Take it all apart and change the little belts, right? And then put it all back together. That's the type of guy my brain is. Okay? I'm very smart. I can take things apart and put them back together and fix them. I'm very observant. Okay? I'm very quiet. I'm laid back. I'll do this, and I'll watch TV, and that's my brain. I'm just easygoing, surf the web. I'm not like these nitwits that are out scheming, scamming, looking for money. Now, they're on me, and I keep telling them I'm changing my ways. I stopped working on VCRs and TVs. Do you understand me? Because I'm starting to shift my whole fucking life toward you. And I'm going to start to work on you. Because you won't leave me the fuck alone. And I watch you guys. You don't get it. I listen to you on my little covert, anti-covert receiver. And I hear you on your own fucking cheap equipment that you use. And I don't quite understand why the FBI don't hear you. And you keep insisting that you have connections in local law enforcement and federal law enforcement. And I'm like, how do they have connections? Well, it's so barren up here and such in the boonies, you easily could have someone that you worked as the FBI agent at one point that you killed. I've even heard you say, I have a badge that I collected, right? And you call in as this person with his number. And you check in, and now it's been 4 or 5 years you've done this, and you actually think you're this guy. The mail goes to your house. His name is there. You have his badge. It appears like he moved up here. You're him. You've even changed the picture on his ID, right? And they've never checked into this because you're the agent, as you say, in charge, right? What do you have to say about that? How many people have you killed up here? You hear all that chatter? Now, anyway, so I'm going to stop the broadcast for my rant and my rave for the day. And this is Sub D channel. This is Hearing Impaired channel. They broadcast. They're on the Sub D channel. This is one of their covert channels they use. Whoever does this up here, let me tell you something. The guy that does this up here, he's very good with sound and electronics and signals and putting signals in the ground and listening to the signals in the ground like 50 miles away. or 100 feet away. Very good. I hear him tuning the radio out. My ears. I have these devices they put in my ears, right? Now, like little mini headphones that they use to jam my hearing. They will tune them in such a way that I will not hear this channel, right? Or they will beam in their artificial intelligent harasser, my laser speaker, that creates havoc within your hearing center and just jams your ability to hear what's going on. You know, you got to go, excuse me, what'd you say? You know, and I got to sit there and I got to read the guy's lips when they talk to me now. You know, when I talked to the officer that showed up the other day, I'm like, I'm not looking him in the eye. I have to like look at his lips as he talks. Because if I don't, I'm like, I don't hear what he says. I'm like, my hearing's not working. You know, I have a bad eye and bad hearing. But the hearing problem they gave me was imposed upon me to help me. They're nickel and diming me. Imagine this now. They pulled out, let's say they pulled out $100 last year from me. And I'm one of, say, 1,000 people in the area. What did they pull out? $100,000 income. That's pretty good. Just for every day getting up and going around the neighborhood and $10 here, $5 there. Every once in a while, $10 there, right? What'd you pull in this month? Right? Well, we hit 100 people and hit them all for $10. Right? What's 10 times? That's $1,000 we made this week. That's pretty good. That's pretty good money, right? This is what they do up here. They're this poor. They don't work. Now, how come law enforcement hasn't done a scan of the individuals and determined, gee, this guy, look at the car he drives. That's a fucking $12,000, $20,000 car, yet he doesn't work. No taxes. Okay, he's not even an American. He's a Canadian. This guy, oh, gee, he's a Canadian too. He's not an American. He drives a nice car, owns a home. Okay, this guy, Jesus Christ, every guy in the town up here is fucking Canadian. Holy shit, these are a bunch of immigrants. Mr. Cullinan's the only U.S. citizen? What's going on here? Why isn't immigration up here fixing this problem? I thought immigration said if you commit the crime, they kick you out of the country. Even if you're a Canadian, they don't give you a second chance to say, well, why don't you Miranda up north and just mosey across the border? You know? And this guy, listen, is like, this is good. This is good. Well, I hope you got some money because right now, it's the only thing I can say is it's proof because I've been talking and ranting about this now for 4 years. 4 years, 24/7. 4 years. That's 12, 12, 24, 48 months. Right? 48 months. 48 months. That's a car. That's a car payment for me. The nickel and diamond you did, right? I could have had a car. But no, you have to keep me down and submissive and spy on me and steal this little nickel here, this penny there, this dime there, right? Right? That guy don't understand. Do you know why he don't understand? He's an alcoholic, drug addict. He's in some location up here in the mountains of Vermont, right? He's sitting with an iPhone. He's sitting back with his feet up. Nice home, probably. Nice big screen TV. This is what he does. He's got his earbud in. He's like, what do you call it, Bluetooth headset on. And he's just fucking wheeling and dealing, punching in the numbers that he hears. Going to this home, going to that home. Who are we hitting today? Well, we hit this lady last week, so let's hold off on a week. What about that other lady? We got to empty her house out, you know. She's been rotting in the backyard now for almost 3 months. Well, we got to wait for the thaw, and then we could bury her. But right now, no one's even going up there, so don't worry about it. No one even knows. So you imagine that concept. There's a woman. They say they tried to get her out of the home, and she was died in her chair where they killed her. But her body melded into the chair. It was like an armchair. So they couldn't peel her out. So they went and they cut the wall open in the back room and then dragged her body out. Right? So now they have a house with a back room where the wall is gone because they have to move the body out. But they're going to wait till spring now because the body has to thaw. So what you got is this old woman covered in snow, sitting in her backyard, never been buried, no rights, no nothing, treated like a piece of shit, while they're inside remodeling her home and cleaning it out, getting the paperwork ready, paying the taxes. This is what they're doing. They're not doing it 100,000 times. That might be one every, say, 10 towns. You know what I mean? Maybe even one every town. You know, you would never even know it unless you went to every home, like with the power grid. You know, but this is what they're doing. No one wants to see it, but I see it. I could smell it sometimes in the summer. I'm always wondering in the summer. I remember in the past, you smell the dead animal smell would linger because when you transition from spring to summer or winter to spring, you get that kind of warm air and then a cold, and then the smell will linger on the cold breeze, right? And then all of a sudden you smell like this awful, disgusting, like body rot or like death, like a carcass. And you're like, oh, gee, I guess a deer died in the woods, you know? And I'm like, oh, well. One time I'm inside. This is 10 years. The neighbor pulls in. I hear him get out. All of a sudden I hear, right? And then it goes inside. I'm like, my brain goes, Jesus Christ, it sounded like a woman screaming. You know? I swear to God, it sounded like a woman. I'm like, should I call the police? They're not going to believe me. That's how it is up here. They just go out and pick people up and take them home. Like it's going shopping. What do you want to do? I don't know. There's this couple down the road that they moved in. They don't know anyone. They've been there 2 years now. They don't call anyone. Well, the wife's not bad looking. Really? Oh, maybe I should go check this out. And some old fat, old fucking ugly witch goes, well, I want your husband. If he's got a penis, I want that man. Right? So they'll take them up and take them back to their homes and put them in the basement. You know? And then I wouldn't put it past them eating the people. I swear to God, I would not put it past these people up here actually consuming bodies. Okay? And that's my final note. I'll bet you $1 million they do it. I'll bet you any money.